Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ringside Cinema. I am Money Mike, and today we're going to talk a little bit about WWE 2K25, their celebrity DLC, which has completely backfired on them. At least the celebrity who was supposed to have been involved in the first DLC, cough cough, Travis Scott, and talk about the future of celebrities in DLC, or as DLC in future games, and also the fact that we don't have to wait for two superstars in particular who we all thought we would have to wait for 2K26. So, we're a few months into 2K25. I've been enjoying the game. And as we've been going through adding the DLC, we've been getting new superstars. Now, I personally don't care too much about the celebrities. Shaq, at least Shaq makes sense. That's kind of cool. Apparently, Speed is apparently the celebrity for the next DLC in July. And, I guess if you want to recreate the Braun Breaker Speed Spear from the Royal Rumble, woo. Again, I did a whole video about this last year. Check that out up here. When they did the Pat McAfee pack, I said, this is, it's kind of crazy that they're making a whole pack for Pat and his friends. And I made a whole list of celebrities who should be in the game. And the funny thing is, we got 3 NBA players, and none of them were Dennis Rodman with the NWO attire. Like, hello? Dennis Rodman in the NWO. NWO was like the biggest thing in WCW in the late 90s. If you're including an NBA player, why not someone who has a wrestling connection? Like I said, Shaq at least made sense. But I think it's time to reevaluate for 2K their celebrity obsession. Now, we've seen already, we have still not gotten the first celebrity for the DLC, for the first DLC pack. And that apparently was supposed to have been Travis Scott. Now, aside from him ruining the main event of WrestleMania, him standing there randomly when John Cena turned heel for the first time in like 2 decades, the WWE has basically downplayed Travis Scott. Like, I don't know. Apparently, I guess there's like a documentary on Netflix about that makes him look bad. I'm not really too sure. I haven't watched it. I might have to check it out just so I can kind of get more informed. But it seems like the WWE is avoiding Travis Scott because there were rumors that John Cena was going to team with Travis Scott for Money in the Bank. But we got John Cena and Logan Paul instead, which was actually, if you really think about it, way better, honestly. And of course, obviously, celebrities have always been a part of wrestling. And honestly, I don't mind celebrities in my wrestling game. I just want it to make sense. Like Dennis Rodman. Honestly, the one thing I would love to see 2K do is get in touch with Will Sasso. We know Will Sasso is a huge wrestling fan. He had a match with Bret Hart in WCW, by the way. And I think I put Will Sasso in my video. I said he should be in the game because he makes sense. But he does. But his impersonations and his impressions of wrestlers, and I get it. We still have the real Jesse Ventura who is coming to the game as DLC in December. But could Will Sasso go in and record lines doing his Jesse Ventura impression to make it seem like, Jesse Ventura is on commentary? Which, again, we need new commentary. That's a given. the commentary right now is stale. We need like multiple announced teams. We need new, fresh voices on the announce table desk if we're only going to keep 3 people. But having something like that when you're using Will Sasso and his great impressions, where it's like, okay, you can also even have him impersonate legends and bring legends to life within My Rise, within other game modes, have him record audio for certain wrestlers. Like, that's a great use of a celebrity in a 2K in a WWE video game. But Tyrese Halliburton, Jalen Brunson, I mean, I'm just saying, like, the fan bases are 2 completely different fan bases. I'm just saying, 2K. But celebrities in wrestling make sense. Or no, celebrities in a wrestling video game make sense when that celebrity has had something to do with wrestling. But will that stop 2K from giving us more celebrities in 2K26? Probably not. I mean, we're bombarded every week with, hey, here's a celebrity in watching Monday Night Raw. Here's a celebrity watching Raw. Here's, it's like, oh, this is a guy, actress from a Netflix show. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if Netflix would be like, hey, put some of our actors in your game to promote the show or something like that. Hopefully, I did not just give 2K or Netflix a terrible idea. I am sorry that I just put that out there in the universe. But I would think 2K would be a lot more prepared going into 2K26, seeing what happened with Travis Scott, where maybe you should make sure you have all the ducks lined up in a row before you put him in a pack. Or if you don't have everything lined up, may add him into like a later pack. So you have more time to get everything lined up with license, make sure the WWE is still okay with that person being in the game, yada yada yada. But 2K is giving us much better replacements for him, because the rumor is that, from what was found in the files in the latest update, is that Aleister Black and Rey Fenix are going to be coming to the game. Now, I don't know about you, but every year we go through this with the game where, we always look forward to that roster reveal, because we're like, who's going to be in the game, who's not going to be in the game. Obviously, there's releases, and WWE signs new people, and there's a lot of people that go, hey, we can't wait to play with this person. Obviously, Community Creations allows you to keep your game up to date in the meantime, but Aleister Black, Rey Fenix come into the game a year earlier than expected. I mean, now look, Aleister Black, they can probably just port his model from one of the older games, because then you just need to change up his attire, give him his new theme song. I think it's the same theme song, but you just have to do a little bit tweaks for Aleister Black. But his entrance motion in the game, and usually, for those who don't play the game, when it comes to releases, 2K will usually just reference the gimmick of a wrestler who they no longer have copyrights to. So, like, Aleister Black's entrance was like darkness, or something to do with darkness, and then all of a sudden in the latest patch it was changed to Aleister Black. Now that's interesting, because Aleister Black came back in April of this year. like a week after WrestleMania. Now I get it. If the WWE gave 2K enough notice that they're going to be signing somebody, obviously 2K has enough time to get them scanned, get their tires, get them all motion captured, get all that done, right? Obviously, if that's the case, that's fine. But again, like I said, Aleister Black is more of a situation of they can just port his character over from the previous games. But Rey Fenix is the other one that's interesting to me. Because we're getting Penta in the next DLC in July. And if Rey Fenix is one of the replacements because we're not getting Travis Scott, like, honestly, why not just do this every year, 2K? Like, just give us wrestlers. We don't want celebrities. Like I said, just make the celebrities make sense. I'm okay with that. Like, again, like you have an NBA pack, but you don't have NWO Dennis Rodman. That to me doesn't make any sense. But Rey Fenix, his announcer call audio was found in the new update, which is insane because so many people were like, oh man, we gotta wait until 2K26. And again, obviously community creations. But usually, when you download from community creations, you don't have like the actual entrance music, the actual motion, and stuff like that. So usually you have to wait until the next game to get the authentic entrance, the motion, the theme song, things like that. But the fact that Rey Fenix, who debuted in March, and, obviously because of what happened to Rey Mysterio with his injury, was kind of thrown onto the WrestleMania card last second. But, again, we're getting Rey Fenix. That means we don't have to wait until 2K26 to have the Lucha Brothers in our WWE game. Like, officially in the game. Like, that makes me kind of wonder, because are they going to have, like, audio call name for the Lucha Brothers in the game? If they do release Rey Fenix alongside Aleister Black, I mean, that's huge. That's two superstars that we thought we were going to be getting, or we would have to wait until next year to get, coming to the game this year. That's insane. I mean, we already got the Motor City Machine Guns. We had Jordan Grace, Stephanie Vaquer, Julia. This roster for 2K25 is already one of the most up-to-date rosters I've ever seen. So add in Aleister Black, you add in Rey Fenix, that's a pretty good updated roster right there. Now, would it be cool they added like a Ricky Saints? Obviously, Blake Monroe would be way too late, but maybe some more NXT talent. The possibilities of even like a TNA pack, like late TNA, like maybe like a Joe Hendry people talked about. Like Joe Hendry was at WrestleMania, which was, again, if you have not checked out my live reaction video for that, you can check that out here on the channel. But 2K is going to be giving us some additional wrestlers that we thought we wouldn't be getting this year. So I gotta give them props. Like, that's huge. Like, you're doing exactly what we wanted you to do in the first place. Because we didn't really want you to give us celebrities. We wanted you to give us actual wrestlers. Give us more legends, more Hall of Famers. So, yeah, 2K, keep doing this. Please, just keep giving us free updates over the course of the year. Adding in more talent. There's also reports that Goldberg, who is facing Gunther in Saturday Night's main event, and then Nikki Bella, who, I mean, at this point, the Liv Morgan injury, they're going to continue what they were doing with her. But, like, Apparently, Goldberg, Nikki Bella are coming to the game next month, and that lines up with Evolution, Saturday Night's Main Event. So yeah, just keep giving us free wrestlers. Like, give us legends, other free wrestlers. Just no celebrities. But yeah, 2K, this is the right path. You're on the right path here. More wrestlers, less celebrities, unless it makes sense. So comment below, guys. What do you guys think of the possibility of Aleister Black and Rey Fenix coming to 2K25 a year earlier than we all expected them to be back in the 2K series? Is there anyone you want to see in the 2K series moving forward? Comment below. And again, as always, I've been your host, Money Mike, and you've been watching Ringside Cinema Live.